Welcome back. You're still tuned into Business Lunch. While for the broad index, there's no real, respite that we are seeing right now. We're still seeing a near 100-point cut. It is the mid-cap index which has moved back into the green. So do keep your eye out on that. No big move there, but it is around 15 points higher. The mid-cap index moving back into the green. But let's bring in an important story now. Sources are telling us that Kumar Mangalam Birla has met with the Telecom Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw to urge the government to convert Vodafone-Idea's license fee as well as spectrum dues into government equity. So Ashwini is here with the details. Ashwini?
Well, this has been an issue that we've seen a stalemate over the last 15-odd months. Keep in mind that it's in the month of September of 2020 is when the 2021, I beg your pardon, is when the cabinet had in fact gone ahead and approved this equity conversion scheme, and since then it has been a waiting game, especially as far as Vodafone Idea is concerned. Keep in mind that the government had secured all the necessary approvals by about May of 2022, which is last year. SEBI had approved, the Finance Ministry had approved, but the wait continues, and that seems to have been on the agenda when Kumar Mangalam Birla entered into a conversation earlier this week with DOT officials, with the DOT minister, with very clearly the agenda was to nudge the government closer towards taking action on that decision to convert the government dues into equity. Now, the concern, however, that the government has reflected is that the government has repeatedly shared and has in fact impressed upon the promoters on the need to infuse further funds, and that was in fact a concern that was shared once again with Kumar Mangalam Birla. Not just that, what was also shared with him was a very clear view of the government that any decision to seriously consider this equity conversion and then to subsequently act on it can only be done in case of further fund infusion by the promoters. Now, that is something to which the promoters haven't really had an answer over the last few months. Kumar Mangalam Birla, again this time around in this round of meetings, has not conveyed any timeline on when or how the funds can be raised and deployed with Vodafone Idea. So no commitments coming in from the promoters either. So the stalemate essentially continues. Both the sides have conveyed their concern. They're waiting for the other party to proceed and to take the first step. But clearly, both the parties are waiting for the other side to perhaps take the first step. The centre waiting for the promoters to infuse funds. The promoters, on their part, waiting for the government to convert dues into equity, which will then enable them to raise funds with the investors. So stalemate continuing for Vodafone Idea.
Extremely important story there, Ashwini, considering that, we need a three-player market when it comes to telecom. And despite all that the government had given in terms of package and relief, it still continues to be a spot of bother when we talk about Vodafone Idea. Thank you so much. We'll keep that on our radar. Moving on then. New year, old problems as layoffs continue in the tech sector. Well, Amazon, which is the largest employer in the United States, will hand over pink slips